we've even had, sort of a smattering of truffle type articles, either by our culinary guy or someone else, on and off, just because they're so popular. It's I get tired of morels, but when it's springtime, you have to have morel stuff in the issue or on the cover, just because that's what people like, and I'm trying to sell stuff, so
You gotta have what people like.
Can you talk more about the way truffles are used in cooking?
The way truffles are used in cooking. So, the culinary property of the truffle is really more nasal than flavor. I mean, they really, if you take a slice or a piece of a truffle and put it in your mouth, there's really not much flavor there. It's kind of just mushroomy, but there's this really strong smell that's in your mouth, and it doesn't even have to be in your mouth. You can smell it if you're in the presence of it. So typically truffles are added in very small amounts to food right before it gets served, and especially warm food, because that then helps kind of give off these aromatic properties that you get in your mouth while you're eating the food stuff. So, of course, people have figured that out, that it's a smell property, and in fact figured out what the compound is. It's called dithiopentane, and you can easily synthesize this stuff, and lots of people have. There's all sorts of truffle oils you can buy in the store that have no truffle in them whatsoever. They're just dithiopentane. And some of them have little chips of truffle in them, or at least it looks like truffle. That should be your first clue that those are fake truffle oils, if there's truffle pieces in them, because of course that will cause the oil to go rancid by putting fungus and dirt and other things in there. So they have to sterilize all that, and there's no flavor, but it just makes it look convincing. The way to make truffle oil or butter or eggs or anything truffle is to simply put these food items in the presence of the smell, and if it's a fat, it will absorb the dithiopentane from the truffles and impart that flavor on the food. So when they make true truffle oil, and I know people that do this commercially, the truffle does not touch the oil because it would contaminate it. So when you see clothes with little pieces in whatever is that big market near Columbus, I forget the name of it. I've shopped there. There's a big Italian store. They'll for sure have truffle oil with the chips. That's your first sign it's fake, because there would not be any. And also the price is like $8 or something. If it's not like $100 a bottle, that's your second clue that it's fake truffle oil. But you can make it yourself easily enough, assuming you can get your mitts on a truffle. And so people complain about the cost, but it can be kind of cost effective because you can get a lot of use out of a single truffle. And I've been truffling numerous times. You can seal in a Ziploc or a Tupperware container eggs or butter or cream cheese or oil or anything with fat in it. And after just a day, you can take those food items out and enjoy them throughout the week, and then put other things in there. You can keep doing that for days. And you can literally make pounds and pounds of food that are truffle. You'll be sick of, by the time that all the gas is used up in the truffle, you'll really be sick of the flavor, and you won't have to worry about it again for another 5 years. You'll be so. Anyways, that's how they're used culinarily. Basically, any food item that has fat in it can be truffled, and then if you make a pizza with the cheese that you truffled, now you have a truffled pizza. Or if you truffle in oil, you can sprinkle it on, potatoes or French fries or whatever. So that's the way that works.
Very cool.